Assetto Corsa Evo has recently got their V0.5 update of their public beta, you could say, or something around those lines. So today I thought, because Assetto Corsa Rally is going to be updated at the end of the month, I feel like it might be good to have a look at Assetto Corsa Evo and see how well that's going. So maybe next week I release a video on Assetto Corsa Rally. But let's jump into the game and see how it looks, what has changed, and in general, if it's a good update. Okay, so here is the changelog, which I really like about Assetto Corsa Evo, is that it comes up at the screen. And I'm on, as you can see in the bottom right corner down there, I'm on V0.5.1, since this is after the hotfix. And as you can see, you got like the Audi Sport Quattro, Caterham, a Dallara, Volkswagen Golf, the Toyota A86, which is the Tokyo Drift one. You have Watkins Glen and Paul Ricard. I didn't know about Watkins Glen, and I remember I heard Paul Ricard. Then free camera mode, cool. Blue flags, interesting. DLSS, okay. Loading time optimization. Not when I was trying to load into the game, it crashed the first time because I'm on a hard drive with this game. Okay. Nothing interesting in UI improvements in my opinion. Launch control is cool and real axle improvements. Open mode prioritization and rollback from game economy. That's I will get into at the end of the video. And the dynamic track shared memory fixes. Okay, so nothing major, I would say. I mean, a few things, but I mean, yeah. So let's drive single player. As you can see, the car is not there. But let's have a look. All vehicles. I thought they said optimization. That's taken longer. I know I'm on a hard drive, but still. Oh, they have the Super Trofeo. I don't remember that. But let's try the... What do we try? I want to try a race car. Because I remember I had issues with... Okay, you have the GT3 Cup with ABS and TC. Because I remember I tried this with a race car and then the brakes didn't feel that good. So I will try it like that. And let's go to Paul Ricard. So what do they have for layouts? They have that one, they have the F1 layout, they have a short layout, and they have a short layout with the F1 bump, you could say. Let's try this one. Overcast static, custom, let's drive. Okay, let's see how the loading times are on a hard drive. I mean, it's taking a bit long, but not too long in my opinion. Seems like this is the short layout, I think. We have the pit box. Oh, you weren't seeing because it's lagging like hell. Because of the trying to load the track. So I'll get back to you when it's finished. Okay, so I'm in the game. But as if we remember, the textures take a while to load in, especially on a hard drive. So I mean that's... So basically don't have this on a hard drive. I have it on the hard drive because I don't play it so often and because of this, which I use for Microsoft Flight Sim, and I should start using it for War Thunder soon. I've just not set it up. But if you go back to here, I mean, it seems like the cool, it's sort of correct. Yeah, ABS-TC. Hey, it just seems a lot like a Kunos game with the UI. I mean, what else is there to say? Interesting that the Mobile One logo was high definition and nothing else was. And the paint looks high definition too. It's weird, the stickers. Because you have the area where the stickers should go and then the black seats taking time to load in, which is interesting. And I am in this camera view. Question is, how do I change it? I've forgotten how I did that. So let's see. I will get back to you. Now I'm in there. It looks a bit weird. And the graphics do look good. The loading in there looked a bit... I mean, it looked okay. Yeah, the graphics do look very good in this game. The game also feels smooth. Okay, right as they say that I get stutters. All I wonder is if that is because of my hard drive. So comment down below if you have any stutters. It could also be software related because I've gotten like general micro stutters quite a bit recently. I think that shows how I shouldn't push with cold tires. That was a bit of a problem. So now let's drive. It's interesting how it doesn't default back to enable. When I restart the session, it doesn't enable the pit limiter. That's an interesting decision. As I said again, yeah, the graphics look good. The trees loading in. They should probably load in a bit better, in my opinion. Instead of having this weird foggy view distance, maybe they should make it so it's more low polygons and then it becomes more polygons or like higher detail when you get closer. I don't know how Assetto Corsa Evo shows their what's it called, their tire temperature, but I think it is they show center, as in the, I believe it's called the carcass, and also the tread, because you can see two different colors. You can see the rears are getting a bit hotter. I haven't driven this track for a very long time. I do not remember when the last time was I drove this. Must have been in an F1 game or race room. Yeah, this car feels really sketchy. But I mean, that's sort of what it should feel like when on cold tires. I mean, that's at least a positive. I mean, let's try and see if the brakes feel better or not. Oh, the brakes in this car feel really nice. You can feel the car actually moving and you hear the noise too if you listen. Okay, maybe it was a bit of a placebo. I thought the engine, the gear whine was the brakes, but I think you could have slightly heard it there. But let's see if I can push the car through here now, because I have top tires. Oof. Still a bit of a problem. Still find this game interesting. And you can't see this, but the cursor is still on the screen. I remember somebody commented something about it. I don't remember though. But yeah, this game looks really nice. It looks a lot better than Assetto Corsa Competizione. And I really like the netting and the left part of the cockpit by the door. Looks very good. In my opinion, it looks a bit more realistic than AMS2, because in AMS2 it to me it looks a bit more 2D, whilst here it looks a lot more 3D, actual like knobs. And I've seen a fair few in my day. I also like the lights you can see, like the buttons. So yeah, TC seems to actually help you a lot in the acceleration phase, but not so much in the lateral movements, which, I mean, in my opinion, sounds reasonable, but I don't know how the traction control in this car should work. And I think it's time we switch to another car, the F1 car, because I had a lot of issues, or not a lot, but I had issues with the brakes on it when driving it in the last update. So let me complete this lap for myself and I'll get back to it. I just figured, notice something. They still have the sort of Forza X performance rating of the cars, which is interesting because that could mean with the career mode that it will be like you can't just jump in. Let's say they're racing Fiat 500s. You can't just jump into an SF25 and say, "Oh, I'm going to win." You have to do it in with a like race index or whatever you want to call it, which is not too good. All in my mind, all that I can think of in my mind currently for a name like this is battle rating, which is in War Thunder. I know I'm probably focus a bit too much on War Thunder on military vehicles, but anyway, let's get into this game and see how it looks. As you can see, we're loading back in, so a lot of textures. I mean, the car, it doesn't look fully like paint, or I mean, it doesn't look like normal paint. It looks a bit matte. I don't know if it should be like that, but yeah, it looks good. The helmet looks really nice. Now let's try. There, my cursor seems to be off. Speed limiter is also off in this car, which you can see. Bit weird in my opinion that they don't enable it when jumping into a new car. Anyway, let's get out and let's see how this thing can drive. I can instantly feel the what's it called? Acceleration, and the brakes from just driving it, they don't seem to like suddenly brake, and they don't seem to have the same issues as before. Don't think I've set up the data giving to this thing. 2.2 bar for turbo, that's quite a bit. I mean, the general sense, I don't know if that's much for turbo. Do this flat. Yeah, and I can feel FFP clipping. You take this in 5th gear, shift down to 4th. This corner coming up should be like a 3rd gear. But yeah, even though there are low textures, which could be a setting or could be the hard drive, either way, the game looks really good. It's just this thing with liveries, where it seems to like some parts seem to be low resolution, as you can see above my tires, and then around my head it seems to be good, which is quite interesting. Okay. That did not feel... I mean, it felt good. I mean, I don't know what to say really. Because these cars do feel actually a lot better. I like the physics now. This car at least. Just like I can push. Obviously I wait them to bring out leaderboards and things because then I might actually play this game. But currently I don't really plan on playing it so much because it doesn't really have anything to engage me. Hopefully Assetto Corsa Rally picks me up again because I've had a bit of a dead space with racing sims. I haven't really played any in a long time except for videos. It could be just which is some mentality. Did the lights change? I wonder what the purple bar is. Purple pink bar in the bottom right. The hood. I wonder what that is. If anybody could tell me. I hate this corner because I remember it looks very weird and awkward when driving through it, and it's like you plan for an early a late apex, but it's actually an early one. It seems like the outer layer is actually quite important to get hot in this game because it seems like lockups and things are quite affected by it. And then just general grip is affected by the internal. That might be an actually realistic, I don't know, that's how I feel in this game at least. I also quite like the carbon texture on the halo. It actually looks a lot like carbon. But I mean like with the epoxy and everything. When you take an early Apex 2, you get out like that, so you have to nail it perfectly, otherwise you screw it up badly. But yeah, you do feel a lot of grip in this car. It's something I really like. But let's see how the road cars handle. Because I remember they were quite fun, but I want to just have a quick drive. Let's go to the Nürburgring too, so I can sort of chill and drive a bit. I maybe shouldn't have chosen this track because it took a long time to learn. That's what happens. Maybe I need to invest in another SSD. So now let's have a little chat. Okay. Let me just get onto the track first. Okay, so we have to go 30 km an hour. And then just like that. This car sounds really good. anyway, has this update been a net positive? In my opinion, yes. The physics. My only real gripe with them was the brakes. And in my opinion, they fixed that. And the aliasing seems to be a bit problematic, and the graphics seem to be okay. I mean, otherwise, the actual driving experience feels very good in my opinion. And now the most controversial part of this update has been them removing their plan of having an economy-based career mode and switching over to what I understand to be closer to the original Assetto Corsa. And in my opinion, that was a bad decision, like me driving. There's a little bit of damage, but anyway, I really wanted a sim with a focus of physics and handling. I wanted one of those to give me a game where I could have like a Forza Horizon experience. With this game now changing it to be very based upon missions, a bit like what Assetto Corsa Rally is currently. I mean, I feel like that was a big downgrade and a bit letdown. You also promised that from the start, even though, yeah, you say, okay. I just stop here. But anyway, so basically, yeah, you tell the customers these things might change, but you say, oh, we will do a sort of an open world experience where you can drive and get content from different parts of the sim. I mean, you buy content from different parts of the open world experience, and you complete missions by get coins and then buy yourself better cars. And I feel like that was a cool idea because that sounds a lot like Forza Horizon. But they said, no, we're going to switch it to a career mode, which is based upon things which I've not really heard anything positive about. I've not heard anyone say, yes, I prefer that. Just feels less motivating, really, because you're like, oh, I have to do this mission, then I have to do this mission, then this mission. What do I get? Oh, yeah, I get this car. I mean, as I understand, it's a little like Gran Turismo, but still in Gran Turismo, you had those missions, but then you got money to buy better cars and to race them online. And to do these things, which Assetto Corsa Evo doesn't have. So it's a really weird decision. They say we want to focus on other areas. I don't believe that. I believe they did it for some other reason. Maybe they couldn't really implement it, or there would have been further delays. I have no idea. I just feel like it wasn't such a good decision. Should you buy the game currently? I mean, if you just like driving, then yes. If you want an open world experience with an economy-based progression system, I would wait a few months until Forza Horizon 6 comes out, and I would see how people say the physics and handling is. Sorry for the notification. About Forza Horizon 6, if it's good with the wheel. Because if it's good with the wheel, I will buy it. And I bet a lot of people will too, because it has the Japanese experience. You're in Japan, you have Tokyo, you have Mount Fuji. You have a lot of these cool things, which are Assetto Corsa Evo. What will it get for open world? Will it get Tokyo? No. Will it get like a cool place like Sweden or England or America? No. It will get Nürburgring and like a lot of forests. I mean, you can drive around it, but it gets boring quickly. I mean, you have one little town, and they have forests. I would rather have forests and Tokyo and Mount Fuji and all of those things. If you're want to spend your money on a game, I would say wait, accumulate it, so you have a bit more, and then spend it on Forza Horizon 6. Because in the current state of Assetto Corsa Evo, I will not really tell anyone to invest in it. But what do you think? Comment down below, and once you're down there, please hit the like button and also subscribe. My next video will this time most likely be on what's it called? For Assetto Corsa Rally, because as of uploading this, it will be the 24th, and as we know, February is less than 30 days. It's 28, I believe, this year, which means on Saturday is the last day of February, and they said they want to release it before the end of February. So it will come out, and then I'll make a video on it for the week off, for next week. But until then, I've been Racing Legend, you've been my amazing viewers. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!